they've still got this confidence and this aura that they could do anything. And with the game only 1 goal in the middle of it, you still kind of think that they could go and turn them over at Bayern. But Bayern are just a different animal at home this season.
Well, of course they could, especially when you got, you know, Mbappe and Vinny Jr. and Jude Bellingham. I thought that was tactically clever, and I don't mean on the pitch. I thought the way you saw what happened with Xabi Alonso, you know, he tried to probably overcoach the big names, and I don't think it really works. And he actually, I think he's got those guys on side now. Obviously built a team a little bit around Mbappe and Vinny Jr. And they could have easily scored a couple goals today, but other than Manuel Neuer being so brilliant. So, look, they're underdogs going into Munich, but they're dangerous because I think you'll have to attack a little bit more. You'll probably play Brahim Diaz and Jude. And they could score a couple goals in the blink of an eye, couldn't they, John?
Yeah. Listen, it's 2-1. We all thought Bayern Munich were a better side and they were comfortable. But ultimately, if you're coach of Real Madrid and you go there, and we've seen stadium, if Madrid scored a first goal, it changes the face of it. The pressure then mounts on the home team. So with that, he's right, the manager, what he says, with that quality, you can set a game plan up. What you can't do is go there and allow them to just have this control that Vincent Kompany likes with these teams where he's building, and he's getting Elise on the ball. Yeah, Gnabry's on the ball. Musiala might play a bit more next. You don't know. So they need to find a way. I think they need to do better off the ball today, Real Madrid. This
now for Arbeloa is the same number of games lost as Xabi Alonso at this point. What do you make of his reign so far?
Tricky. I think Gareth Bale said it. You know, they don't need really a coach like that. You know, they just want to manage the personalities. And then obviously the issue you have is they're good in the league, obviously. I think the 7 points behind Barca, they're not going to win that. All the eggs probably got to be in this basket. And I think he's focused on the big names, you know, to help him do that, you know, and give them a little bit of freedom, and everybody else has to defend. But if you saw in the game today, there's a couple of moments they don't track back. If you look at Diaz and Olise and Kane, they're always tracking back, and that's why I think you struggle to win maybe in the Champions League like PSG did when they had that Messi, Neymar, and you know, in the Champions League everybody needs to work back, and I think obviously at the top pitch they'll score goals, but I think the difference between Bayern and Real is Bayern work hard off the ball, as Joe mentioned, and I thought that showed again today. Yeah.
OK, guys, let's go back pitch side at the Bernabeu and get a little bit more reaction from the Bayern side of things, because Vincent Kompany is there speaking with Reshman Chowdhury and also Stevie Gerrard.
Thank you very much, Laura. As you say, yes, we've got Vincent alongside us. Do you know what? It's never an easy place to come here. You've got this huge win now under your belt.
That's an understatement.
Isn't it just an understatement? But do you know what? I mean, there were opportunities to really put this tie to bed. Nonetheless, you do take a really important win back to the Allianz next week. What do you make of the game today?
Well, first of all, we're happy with what we've got. And I think when the game comes to the Allianz, the same experience as you felt in the last 15 minutes, you know, the stadium changes, and then you just have to be ready for you have to be up for the battle. But the same experience we can create in the Allianz Arena, so we're really looking forward to it. Hopefully, the few chances here and there that I feel we should have maybe put to bed, we'll be able to, you know, to score when we go to the Allianz. But I see no reason for us to not go into that next game with full belief and an idea to just go and win the game, although we play against a team with incredible talent.
Can I just build on that? At 60 minutes, when you decided to make some changes in the game, I was wondering what you were going to do, whether you were going to, you know, settle for the 2-0 and try and shut up shop, or did you smell blood at that stage where you could have got the third and the fourth?
Honestly, it's a difficult decision to make in that moment, because I know the team has earned the right to be themselves at this stage. They've won so much, they've performed so well, so I don't want to take away the chance for them to be themselves. So I think my first changes were more or less like for like, you know, because freshness, I think, was important in that moment. And then towards the end, the last 5 minutes, I did shut up shop.
What about your goalkeeper tonight? A little word on him. He was special, wasn't he? His performance?
Yeah. And it makes it look so easy. I mean, that's what you have with great goalkeepers. They make some incredible saves at really difficult angles look really easy, but there's also a level of technique to just pat the ball away of the dangerous area that is giving us something, and he's still very good with his position as well, defending the back line. So he's giving us something we needed, but We speak about it a lot. The guys know we're just not going to go to the end of this competition unless we have these type of performances. It's either a goalkeeper, midfielder, can be Harry with his goal today, but we're going to need it, and we'll need it next Tuesday again.
Yeah, Neuer is definitely evergreen, isn't he? But then you do have the likes of Harry, you've got Elise, you've got Diaz, you've got players who can make things happen, just like Real Madrid do. And this record that you have at home at the moment is actually incredible. How much confidence does that give you, given Bayern's kind of recent records of quarter-final exits, that this is the year where it's all coming together? You've had a couple of years now to build your project.
Yeah, I don't want to mix everything. I've not really thought too much about what's happened in the past, nor the positive record or the exits. I think most important is for us to just continue our momentum. I feel they're going to give us a tough game. They're the type of team who can do something special as well. So a lot of respect for the opponent, but a lot of confidence as well, because I feel we've earned the right to be confident. We've earned the right to be demanding even in those games, and hope for not just hope, but go after a good result. It's football, you never know.
Does that mean we're in for another treat next week? That was a hell of a 90 minutes.
Do you know, for the neutral, isn't it just amazing?
Absolutely brilliant.
What was it like for you?
Yeah, I mean, there's moments you enjoy and there's horrible moments in there as well. I don't know, I'm not centre stage, it's the players, so I try to, when I can, just give them a little word, something that I would have done maybe when I was out on the pitch, nothing more than that, and in the right moment just help them a little bit with decisions that I can make. But the main thing, it's a player's game, so they need to recover now, they need to have the belief, they need to trust themselves to do something special next week, and that's what we have to focus on, nothing more. And in between, we go to St. Pauli, we have to win that game as well.
It doesn't end, does it? We really look forward to next week, though. Thank you so much for joining us, Vincent. See you soon.
Congratulations, well done.
Take care, well done. Do you know, it's fast becoming we've got your, yes, we won't let you run off with that. Fast becoming a Bayern Munich legend, isn't he? But you did bump into another Bayern Munich legend today, and you were telling me behind the scenes that Lothar Matthäus, the great Lothar Matthäus, is in fact a big hero of yours. Look at that.
Yeah, we love him. What a player. First World Cup 1990.
Yeah.
Hero of mine. I had the pleasure to meet him. I met him a couple of times actually, but I had a good chat with him tonight.
Yeah.
They say never meet your heroes, but I really enjoyed that.
Do you get starstruck? Are there certain people that can make you starstruck? Is he one of them?
Just from when I was a kid, you know, memories, big games, following midfielders. My dad used to always say to me, if you get the chance to watch this player, watch him. He's top draw, all-round midfielder. I mean, Owen will have more on him, but what a superstar he was.
Yeah, he really was, wasn't he? Stevie, brilliant to have your company out here. We've absolutely loved being here. Laura, back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you very much, guys. But you guys were just talking about what a brilliant player he was as well. World Cup winner, Ballon d'Or winner as well.
Yeah.
Lothar Matthäus was...
You played with him, Owen?
Well, yeah, he was at Bayern. One of my first games was his testimonial. And Lothar Matthäus invited Diego Maradona. He played in the game. And I remember everybody just staring at Diego like if he was real. Wow. So yeah, Lothar is a proper legend. Amazing to hear that he was somebody Stevie looked up to, because he was a proper player like Stevie.
So cool, isn't it? Guys, we're going to get more reaction to our game